right, guys. So we're in Las Vegas, UFC Fight Night, Luque versus Rafael dos Anjos. And I saw something today that was very interesting, and it caught my attention, so I wanted to kind of talk to you guys about it a little bit. So Sean O'Malley said that he is in the midst of releasing something that's going to blow the minds off of people. Now, before I get into this, I got to give you guys a bit of a disclaimer. I have been with the same management company my entire career. Dwayne Zinkin and Bob Cook, Zinkin Entertainment. They've always managed me from day one all the way to today, where I don't even fight anymore. And they take part, along with another company, in my television career. Because as I moved into the TV part of my career, we, talking Dwayne and Bob, were open to me finding someone that lived in the profession. That's my disclaimer. So now we get to the topic. Sean O'Malley's saying he is going to blow the doors off because these scumbag MMA managers are taking money from these fighters that they shouldn't take. Guys, Kyle Crutchmer, Nick Piccinini, Jacoby Smith, Deron Wynn, a number of other guys I have actually recruited over to Dwayne and Bob because I know that they do good business. Let me pull the curtain back for you. When Sean O'Malley says that these guys are taking money that shouldn't be taken, he's talking about bonuses. I, as an athlete in the UFC, guys, had Fight of the Night twice against Alexander Gustafsson and John Jones. Then I had the Performance of the Night 3 times against Stipe, Volkan Ozdemir, Rumble Johnson. That would equate to $250,000 in bonuses. Now, I'm no Justin Gaethje, but that is a good amount of bonuses for the amount of fights that I had in the UFC. Dwayne and Bob took nothing of that. And the reality is, I'm not praising them for that because they shouldn't have taken anything from that. Austin O'Connor is another one, young athlete that we just signed that's going to be making his pro debut. And I believe that he's going to be fantastic. But back to the point. They should not be taking bonus money. Because here's the way it should work and the way that it's worked since the beginning of mixed martial arts. You pay your gym, you pay your coaches, you pay your management. Now, how you do that, that's up to you. Whereas some people pay one lump sum, the managers pay the coaches, or some people take 10% to the management, 10% to the gym, which then encompasses paying all those coaches that work with the athlete for the fight. All the work that you should be paid on should be done inside the gym. Sean O'Malley is right. Sean O'Malley is 100% right because managers are not entitled to what the athlete makes on the night of the competition. Because when you're inside that octagon, that doesn't really play a part in what got done or what happened to get that money. If you want to pass your coach a little more money, yes. When I would get submissions, I would give Leandro a little more money. If I got a knockout, I would give my coaches a little more money. The boxing coaches. But the reality is, these guys are not entitled to taking money on the bonuses. I've got a couple friends that manage people, and when we have these conversations, they tell me why they do it. And I never agree. Because I can't agree. He's right. He's right. Because when Justin Gaethje goes inside the octagon and he fights those fights and he has all that those great performances, he doesn't pay Ali Abdelaziz, or at least I don't believe he does. Because he shouldn't. When Brandon Moreno, his managers, when he's got the fight of the night against Pantoja, they're not paying those guys. I'm sure Izzy's not paying on his performance bonuses. I don't think they should, though. I don't believe that when you're in there and your actions are what earns you a bonus, you should be getting more money to your management. You should be giving more money to those coaches. Because the things that come into play inside the octagon on that night are the things done not in a boardroom or in a meeting, but inside the gym. So say a guy like John Jones finishes Cyril Gane with a submission. If he tells his jiu-jitsu coach, man, I made some extra cash, 50 grand, here's another 10%. That's $5,000. That doesn't go as far for him as it does for that jiu-jitsu coach. And it also makes that jiu-jitsu coach feel like he's a massive part of what he's doing. So every time I gave Leandro a little bit more for submission, the dude appreciated it and he wanted to work harder for you. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. The management should get is done when making the deals, whether it's your fight contract or if you're getting some sort of sponsorship. So while Sean O'Malley is very blunt and direct, in this instance, man, he's so right. He is so right. Hey, if I'm fighting, I pay my managers on stuff like this. The Game Time app. Today's video sponsor. Guys, today's video is brought to you by the Game Time app. The Game Time app is the worldwide leader in last-minute ticket purchases. So it does not matter what you're doing, whether you're trying to go to a basketball game, NFL game, any UFC soccer. Soccer's on fire right now with Messi coming in the United States. Use the Game Time app because you'll save money by purchasing at the last minute. Sure, you don't plan ahead as much as most people like to do, but you get to save money. And that's usually what we love to do as human beings. So it does not matter what you're trying to do. Go out to a concert, a comedy show, or have a great sporting event night. Use the Game Time app to not only get those tickets, but in order to save some money. If that ain't enough, use my promo code DCTV for $20 off of your first purchase. Download the Game Time app right now. Use the promo code DCTV for $20 off of your first purchase. So, hey, I'm paying my managers or my TV agents on stuff like this because they bring you those sponsors. But if I was to step inside an octagon to fight, I don't get paid on that. Dwayne and Bob never took a bonus. Never asked. And I don't think that they asked because I know that they probably didn't even feel like they were entitled to it. So my young athletes that I'm talking to right now, listen to Sean O'Malley in this instance. He's right. You should not be paying on your bonuses. And this is coming from me, a guy who does deal on that side of things now. Getting guys into fighting. Having them playing a part in that. And if these guys are insisting that you pay on that, it might be time to look at somebody different. And I've got a lot of friends that are managers. I hope they don't get mad at me. And if they do, it's the truth. And I never worry about the truth. If I'm telling you the truth, it's all good. I can live with the result. But I'm telling you, most of them don't take money on bonuses. Or at least the good ones don't. Because you know that those fighters probably need that money. Especially those low-level guys that are getting those bonuses when it's doubling their fight purses. Shouldn't be taking any money on the bonuses. And hell, if any managers want to kick my ass, I dare you to try. But I don't think that'll be an issue. It's just my honest opinion. And I truly do believe that Sean O'Malley's right. One more key thing, guys, in terms of management, find people who don't live day to day on what you pay out. Because if that's the case, then they force you into bad situations. Managers are there to uplift you. And never forget, guys, the manager works for you, not the opposite way around. Hey, Sean O'Malley's right. And that's a win for the Suga Show, as he's only a week from trying to become the bantamweight championship of the world. I have some pissed off people, but I think they'll understand what I'm saying. Guys, till next time, like, subscribe, and tell your friends that DC's got a YouTube channel. And I'm trying to be forward with you. Bonuses are earned inside the octagon, not in the boardroom. All right? Peace.